the sexual expectations that come crashing down in marriage, where
Hmm.
people think it's gonna be what they saw, it's gonna, it's gonna be what they were raised on, and the reality is, sacred marriage sex life is not pornographic like that. It can be awesome, it can be fun, bro. It's good stuff, but it's not porn,
Mm.
and no one can ever compete with porn. So it leads to dissatisfaction in sex. It leads to erectile dysfunction. It leads to resentment in marriage. It leads to the taboo and the kink of these are the things that I had to do to be aroused that no girl or guy is okay with. Right. So again,
Mm.
it's conditioned our brain that this is normal when in fact, no, no, this is produced.
How detrimental is it to people, and how important is it that kids just do not get involved in this? Or at least for parents, you need to put as many guardrails as possible
Yeah.
to limit, or at least completely eliminate to any extent, kids from being exposed to this stuff.
Yeah, I think I coach a lot of young guys and women. No, I don't coach women, but in counseling situations, it's come up or in premarital counseling.
Sure.
It's not just a guy thing, right? I think 40 to 45% of are women,
Hmm.
and it might be different motive, but the outcome's still the same, which is brain tattoos of terrible things, right?
Hmm.
But I think years ago, I tell guys all the time, like, even with smoking, it's like, dude, you either smoke cigarettes or cigars or weed. Now you can smoke candy, cotton candy, vapes, and
Hmm.
smell like a fairy tale. I used to like spray like Febreze on myself. Like we'd like smoke with gloves on so we didn't have like a cigarette smell.
Hmm.
Now it's like you can smell like bubble gum. And like, you know what I mean? Like you can smell like cotton candy and be in a car and your car doesn't stink. And so I talk to guys like, dude, you guys quitting nicotine is a lot harder than it was for us. Like
Hmm.
smoking was just gross for people, but
Right.
vaping is just like, well, whatever. Like it
Hmm.
smells good. Like it's not a cigarette. Like your hands don't stink. Like it smells like candy, right?
Hmm.
So I think same with pornography. Like early on, dude, like we had to like print out pictures and like we would like trade them like an underground trading system, and or you'd have to use the computer at your parents' house, and that was often in the living room, and you're like, or like I remember having a laptop and like sneaking a laptop around and being like,
Right.
and then my dad being an IT genius, we had all the parameters,
Hmm.
but sin will always find a way,
Yep.
right? It's like water in a leaking boat. It might be floating, but water will find a way through if there's a way, right? So
Hmm.
even guys with software like Triple X Church, Covenant Eyes, you find a way to loophole,
Hmm.
right? Like I call those like I call like speed bumps. They're not solutions. They're speed bumps,
Right.
right? Like it's like, oh, hey, Zach, get software and you'll never look again. It's like, no, you will if you want to.
Hmm.
You will find a way. You'll buy a new phone if you have to, right? Like if you're jonesing and tripping, you'll download some weird Safari app or find some app with an in-app browser or follow a link from Instagram to Twitter and it's not bypasses this, right? Like guys, it's an addiction, right? And
Hmm.
so the brain will find a way. So early on, the day this bad boy came out here, it was over,
Right.
right? I remember getting my first iPhone and that realization of like, oh, no more sneaking laptops,
Hmm.
no more desktops. I got it right on my phone, unlimited access. And it was like, oh, dude, this is gonna be tough. And it introduces this new level of accessibility and availability and anonymity or anonymity, whatever,
Hmm.
to be able to find it in the bathroom to being in class, looking right at it. So dude, it's so detrimental, bro, because we were all raised on porn. Our sexual orientation was crafted by pornography.
Yeah.
An adult industry that doesn't give a rip about you. That it's all fake. They're all actors. They hate their lives, and it's terrible. A good buddy of mine. I don't know if you know Josh Broomer.
Mm-mm.
The name Josh Broomer. He was a famous porn star that now is
Mm.
a pastor.
Wow.
And I'll send you his stuff on Instagram.
Okay.
I'm actually gonna have him come out and preach here, so you should come in next year. But
Awesome.
so all he does is goes around and talks to people, about his testimony. Like he was like top of the food chain porn star, and got saved, and God redeemed him. But he talks about like a lot of the people that he worked with, they're all dead. They
Mhm.
all committed suicide or were addicts or alcoholics, and just the corruption of the system and the industry is. But but we all both know that no matter the end of the day, you're not thinking about those things when you're wanting to look.
Yeah.
You are just selfish, and you're letting your flesh lead. And dude, it's so detrimental, bro. Couples counseling and marriage. I've had couples that try to introduce it together, like, oh, let's just do it together. And now I look and
Mm.
we'll do it. It's like oh, I'll stop when I get married. And it's like, no, you won't. Y-
Mhm.
No, you won't. I'm a celibate, so I just do this. It's better. No, no, it's not. I mean, maybe, yeah, don't go around hooking up either. But you know what I mean? Like, sure. But how about you don't do either and you walk in integrity?
Mhm.
And I know it's harder said than done. I know I'm not trying to be dismissive. Like, I know it's brutally difficult.
Right.
But yeah, man, I think your guys' generation. How old are you?
23.
Yeah, right. So you grew up on the iPhone,
Mhm.
right? You never stood a chance, right? And we're seeing it with our kids. They don't have Safari on their phones. They don't even have YouTube.
Mm.
Um, we don't even let them have chat on comms on, like Call of Duty or like Fortnite and stuff like that.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Only like select friends. But like, dude, it's like I know my son's he's about to be 13. It's like I know what's coming, dude. And but here's what's cool. We talk about it.
Mm.
And I think that's something we could talk about is there's like the old school, like just not my kid. They never would.
Right.
And it's like, yeah, they are. They already did. And so we've made a point. Like I just took Seth on like a guy's night,
Mhm.
and we talked about, hey man, so have you looked at porn? Have you seen anything? Has anyone shown you anything? And he's like, yeah.
Mm.
He said the other day, he said somebody pulled up something on his computer with AI. That's the whole topic. And he said, I at first didn't know what I was looking at, and then I realized. He said, then I looked away, and he said, I was scared to tell you. And then I just grace bombed him, dude.
Mm.
I love you. I'm so proud of you for telling me that. It must have been so tough. I remember being scared of my dad.
Right.
And right, because we know shame reinforces addiction,
Mhm.
right? Grace sets us free. And so I need him to know I'm a safe person to talk to. Because if not, it'll keep happening, but get worse, but he'll never tell me again unless I catch him. Right. So we wanted to establish really early, you tell mommy and daddy, you know, Emmy, our daughter, talk to mommy.
Mhm.
Seth, talk to daddy. Talk to dad. I'm ever going to bite your head off. You
Mm.
know, truth will always be celebrated, right? But secrets, that's a different story. And
Right.
so yeah, man, I think this accessibility is so tough, and we see it. These sexual expectations that come crashing down in marriage, where
Mhm.
people think it's gonna be what they saw, it's gonna, it's gonna be what they were raised on, and the reality is, sacred marriage sex life is not pornographic like that. It can be awesome, it can be fun, bro. It's good stuff, but it's not porn,
Mm.
and no one can ever compete with porn. So it leads to dissatisfaction in sex. It leads to erectile dysfunction. It leads to resentment in marriage. It leads to the taboo and the kink of these are the things that I had to do to be aroused that no girl or guy is okay with. Right. So again,
Mhm.
this conditioned our brain that this is normal when in fact, no, this is produced. Marriage sex life is awesome and holy and wonderful and sensual and great. Awesome. But a lot of guys are going in thinking it's going to be one way. And their wife is like, what? Why would I do that? That's dirty. That's gross. That's degrading.
Mhm.
And then they're frustrated and angry and they go right back to porn.
Mm.
So we do see it hurting, hurts marriages, bro.
If this conversation blessed you today, please hit the like button and subscribe. It genuinely helps YouTube push this message to more people who need to hear it. If you're listening on audio, a 5-star review is a huge help. Share this episode with a friend or family member who needs encouragement and let me know your thoughts in the comments. God bless, and I'll see you in the next one.